Anything that you put on your vision board last year, I want you to double it and then double that.
Yeah, no, we're more than 10 toes down.
We are 16 toes down on business.
on.
It's not actually the red Ferrari. It's the feeling that the red Ferrari gives me.
Yep. And something that I want to cut out of 2026 is ambiguity. There is no reason in 2026 to be doing things without knowing.
But if it's not a full body fuck yes, don't put it on your board.
Welcome to Going Goddess, the podcast where empowerment meets embodiment and divine feminine energy leads the way.
We're your hosts. I'm Silver Luna.
And Cherry, your chief empowerment officers and cosmic hype girls, here to remind you that your magic is not up for debate.
Every week, we're bringing real talk, rituals, and rising woman energy straight to you. Whether you're just soft launching your inner goddess journey or you're leading a full-on revolution, you belong here.
Let's go, goddess.
Welcome back, goddesses and divine rebels and all of our friends and family. Actually, I don't know if anyone in my family listens to the podcast, but that's all right. That's all right. They're on their own goddess in progress journey. Anyways, hey guys, it's Cherry. Happy New Year.
Hello, guys. This is Silver Luna here. Happy New Year indeed. Welcome back.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. 2026, y'all. Let's freaking I am done with 2025. I mean, honestly, we all are.
Yeah.
Congratulations on making it through. Congratulations on a new year, new energy, new vibe, and today, new vision board.
Yeah. Ooh, and new season. We're on season 2, episode 1. Yeah.
What the helly? Yo, that's so dope. Like, oh my God, right? I'm so proud of us.
Yeah. Me too. It's been a crazy whirl around the sun for this past 365 days, but I am so happy to have made it out on the other side.
Yo, better than ever, honestly. Like,
yeah,
better for it. I mean, the end of 2025 was a rough one. But if anything, it proved to me even more that this ain't my first rodeo, man, and we can handle anything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's what brings us to today with our vision board exercise, our little vision board podcast workshop. And we're going bigger, bolder, badder than we did last year. Like, anything that you put on your vision board last year, I want you to double it and then double that. That's the energy that we are bringing to the vision boards into 2026. Am I right, Silver Luna?
You are so right. We are standing on business this year.
Ooh, we're standing on business. If y'all thought we were standing on business last year, you had no freaking idea, man.
Yeah, no, we're more than 10 toes down.
I grew a few extra over the winter break, and we are 16 toes down on business.
Yes.
But anyways, and obviously we didn't get any less ridiculous. In fact, we got more ridiculous, and we will be getting more and more ridiculous as the year goes on. Buckle up.
That's the goal.
That's the goal, man. Delulu life is the way to be. So I'm really excited to get into this vision board workshop podcast, just talking about it. Listeners, feel free to grab a journal, a pen. If you're driving, keep doing that. But if you are at home, maybe grab some magazines and start cutting things out. If Silver Luna has her beautiful what is it? Apple cider?
Sparkling cider. Yeah, sparkling apple cider. So if anybody else wants to grab a quick drink, pop the bottle, get the party started over here.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna pour my bubbly, my hop water, because we're still on the no alcohol game. I'll pour it in my cute little cup, and we're gonna drink some bubbly out of an adorable mug. Yeah, that's number one, get yourself set up and ready to rock. Um, Light a candle, get yourself a journal, a pen or pencil, poster board, some glue or tape, and then if you don't have any magazines and you want like a really easy and fun way to have some awesome pictures that you can cut out, Amazon has these vision board books and these manifesting books that and there's like a ton. Yeah, thank you, Silver
I've
Luna.
already I've already cut into my cover.
Yeah.
So it's a little wonky looking, but you get the idea. Inside there's a bunch of pictures that you can cut apart, and then it's really awesome. We were just talking about it before this episode recording that it really gets us jazzed just looking at all these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
All those options. Just cut them apart and put them on the board, whatever
Yes.
resonates. And then
Yes.
save the others for next year if they don't resonate.
Yeah, there's that. And we are going to be talking through some things to be really intentional about your vision board, because really it's not just a pretty poster board to look at. And actually, here's mine from last year. If you're looking, I mean, I love looking at it, but the vision board is so much more than just something to glue something on or to just look at or just like makes you feel good for a little bit. There's some like real energy behind the vision board if you're doing it intentionally, and it can seriously come to life. But it's all about your intention, the energy that you're putting into it, and how involved are you? Are you just like, oh, this is pretty or aesthetic and I'm going to glue it on here? Or does it actually mean something to you?
Mhm.
So before we like get started on this whole workshop, I want to start us off with a little exercise, Silver Luna. I didn't
Oh.
tell you about this, but I'm going to take you through a little something. So right now, I'm gonna I'll count to 10 in my head, but for the next 10 seconds, look around your room and see as many things as you can that are brown. Ready? Go. All right. Now close your eyes and try to recall all of the brown things that you saw. And how many red things did you see?
Oh.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh man, I had a lot of brown things. This is the one room with a lot of brown items.
Yes.
Um,
It's all good. The exercise is over. The point
oh.
was that so there's something that we have called our reticular activation system. And I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I know it's called RAS. But basically, I bet when you were looking around for the brown things, you also saw some like beige things and some taupe things and some khaki, and because our brains want to be right. We want to confirm what we are trying to do. And
Mhm.
so that's the same with manifesting and these vision boards. The reason why we have them is because we want to look at them every day. We want to like be putting our attention and our focus on these things that we're calling in for the next year. So having something visual to look at and spend time with every day lets our RAS start looking for more of those things in everyday life. So if
Oh.
you and also, for example, if you have this like thought process in your head of, oh, well, I have a bad day, like my life is hard and I'm not good at things and nothing good happens for me, your brain is going to look for confirmation of that
Mhm.
belief system that you have. So we want to not just like put things on this vision board that we, just like kind of desire, but it's like, let's try to believe that we have them. And the way that we can kind of trick our brains into believing we have them is spending time with them every day, visualizing them, and not just looking at them, but really like close your eyes and get into the state of you having that thing. And the reason that's so important as I'm learning about manifesting and quantum leaping and all of that good stuff, when we align ourselves with the frequency of the thing that we desire, that thing is much more likely to be magnetized to us. So, for example, actually, I'm going to back up for a second. Everything that we desire is attached to a feeling. So let's say I want red Ferrari. Do I just want a red Ferrari because it's a red Ferrari? Well, no, it's because I want to go fast and I want to feel luxurious and I want to experience the freedom of the fastest and the freedom of the life that can afford a red Ferrari and the status and the luxury. And so if I can actually give that feeling to myself of like luxury and status and freedom, that's really what I want. It's not actually the red Ferrari. It's the feeling that the red Ferrari gives me. And so that's how I hope that we go into this vision board exercise think about what are the feelings that you're wanting to call in and then place those, I guess, the symbols of those feelings on your board. And that's so much stronger of a manifestation practice. And that really puts some like oomph behind your vision board instead of just something pretty that would be a nice to have. Does that track,
Mm,
Silver Luna? Did I explain
definitely.
that?
Yeah, no, I love that, and I love the, call out of colors signifying a feeling to a person because the color can definitely it can make or break, a lot of, like, the things that you want, like, you're right, like, the red Ferrari. That's gonna be something that seems really, like, exotic, really cool, really interesting versus, like, a black Toyota Camry, which is just
Yeah.
very, you know, run-of-the-mill, normal, standard type of vehicle, and that's not gonna provide, like, a whole lot of, like, oomph or excitement. It's not gonna make me really want to go get that new car in 2026 because I put a picture of a car there. I want a car
Yeah.
that I really wanna look for on my vision board and that I can really see myself getting in 2026. My mind to it.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Like, I think we'll talk about this a little bit more as we're, like, into the putting things on the vision board part, but if it's not a full body fuck yes, don't put it on your board.
Yeah.
Like, the more emotion that you can have attached to these pictures and these things that you're putting on your board, the better. The more that it's actually gonna come to fruition.
Mhm.
Um, so that's why we wanna set the energetic intention before we start the vision board creation, because it's not about who are you today and what do you want, it's who are you becoming? What does your best self version already have? Think about that, not just what you're calling in, but meet the version of you who is already living this life, and then treat this exercise as like, "Oh, yeah, and here's my red Ferrari," or, whatever that is.
Yes. Ooh, I love it. That's
Yes.
so good.
So, Silver, what helps you feel settled and present before you step into something meaningful like vision board creation?
Hmm. Something that makes me feel settled and present is first taking stock of where I am, what
Mm,
I've done up to this point, and then kind of analyzing where I see myself moving this year. I
mm,
typically start thinking like the higher level, like where do I see myself like in the future? Because you got to start somewhere.
yeah,
And then once I have an idea of a general direction that I want to go, like do I want to be a business owner? That's a huge change in direction. Or do I want to do my artwork permanently? Or do I want to and work on my career? So it's always going to start at a high level of what do I see and what do I actually want to accomplish where and, taking an audit, a self-audit and reflection, and then after that, I'll narrow it down to what can I actually accomplish or want to do this year in 2026.
yeah. I
So, I
love
would
that.
say what makes me feel settled and present is knowing what I've done up until this point and feeling confident in what I'm looking forward to.
Ooh, that is so good.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's great because I am pretty bad about like rarely taking stock of, like, where I've been, like, where I've come from. It's just very much I'm like a present girly and then, like, just move forward, but that is so valuable to do that, and I think if I probably was missing out on a lot of, like, celebration moments and probably connecting dots in places.
Definitely. I think
Yeah.
I this year, for the first time, I went through my Google Photos. I'm still not actually done with it. I've only made it up to the Goddess Collective meetup, which is in August, and I had so many photos I had to take a break before I started posting those to my stories. But I've been doing a year recap of 2025, And honestly, I can say I highly recommend, um, because I forgot about so many really cool events that we went to, some cool things that we've done, and getting a moment to, like, celebrate that and post it to my stories and share it one more time before letting it sit in the archives for good has been really, really meaningful. It's been really awesome to get to kinda celebrate it all over again. So, highly
Yeah.
recommend if you get the chance.
And it's been really fun to watch. It's been fun for
Oh,
me.
thanks.
And then do you put it in, like, a highlight so, like, someone could go back and see your 2025?
I plan on it. I haven't done that yet, because I haven't finished the recap, but also because I just haven't had time. There's been so many stories. Like I said, I didn't expect there to be so much, um, that I haven't finished August yet. So, but yeah,
And
I do wanna
August
put
was
it
it.
into a highlight.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And that'll be fun to have that for each year. I'm
Yeah,
inspired, but man, like, there's just always so much content to create at all times. And then
there
there's, like, also life and work.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
yeah.
I will say this was a little easy because I start in Google Photos and I just go to the date that I'm looking for, where I left off last. And then once I find the picture that I like of the next, big event that I went to, I just share the stories and then put a little sticker on it so that everybody knows it's from the
Mhm.
past.
I love
But it
that.
doesn't take very long. I just go through my Google Photos and share the stories, and then one at a time as I go through the pictures. It only takes a long time because I have
Yeah.
a lot
And
of
y yeah,
images.
you did so much, and you're
Mhm.
great at taking pictures. I love that so much.
Thanks. It's taken practice. What
Okay.
helps you feel settled and present?
Taking a deep breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking 3 deep breaths, that helps me drop into my body. As I take those deep breaths, I picture air, like, coming in and out of my heart space, so really connecting to me. And then kind of, like, setting the space up, like, I like to have nice smells going on, whether that be a candle or essential oils, and, yeah, and maybe doing, like, a little bit of journaling if I have something on my mind beforehand, but really those 3 breaths connecting to heart space, that always helps me just, like, drop into best self, or at least my parasympathetic nervous system, which allows me to just, like, respond rather than react to things, and come in with, like, really grounded energy.
Nice. Yeah, that
Yeah.
does sound nice. That's a good way to, be settled and present. What about before you're doing like, your planning for your vision board?
That
Setting the space and taking deep breaths. Man, I need to do more breath work.
I mean, everyone does, for real.
Good reminder.
Yeah, and even just those 3 breaths, like, you know, even that has a compounding effect in
Mm,
your life, because then everything you do after those 3 breaths, you already know that you're in a more level, grounded place.
yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, and our friend Amanda, from Back to the Heart podcast, she's so good about, like, take the
She is.
breath, let it out. And the way that she talks about breath, I didn't realize how much breath gets stuck in our bodies as we're talking or as we're thinking about things. And then we're like shallow, like almost panting. So I love the way
True.
that she's so intentional about her breath work as well.
Yeah, same. It was definitely a good reminder. I tend to just get wrapped up, like you said, and not realize how shallow the breaths are. So
Yeah.
good call. Definitely need to take a breath before we start our vision boards.
Listeners, take a breath with us. Nice.
Yes.
And that also, creates safety in the body because what we're doing, we're like envisioning our best self and we're putting energy towards our desires. And so there might be some places in us that get a little like freaked out if you have some limiting or conflicting beliefs. When someone says you're a millionaire, like like how does that feel? Your shoulders go up? Do you get like a kind of pit in your stomach or does it feel expansive? Like, yes, of course I am. Um, so creating that safety, knowing it's safe to dream, it's safe to hope, wish, to, desire these things. A lot of times we I mean, growing up, it was like, well, the less you have, the better, and, give all your things away, and, like, that's, like, so, like, pious and spiritual, and that's how to be, like, your best self, and now I'm realizing, no, no. It is absolutely spiritual to have a whole lot of money and use it for good. It's absolutely spiritual and holy to know what you want and to desire every good thing. Like, that's okay. And I think the more of us that are intentional about our desires and are okay showing up wanting the big things, the good life, and we know that we have good hearts, we should be the ones with the money. We'll
Right.
do the right things with it and we'll give it back and all those things. Go ahead and feel that way about yourself, listeners. Like, you're a good person. You deserve these things just because you showed up on this planet. There's a lot of people that told you you didn't deserve them. And unfortunately, we believed that. And it is
And
okay to want the red Ferrari. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it is okay to want the red Ferrari. That's another part of Florence Given's podcast that I've been loving is the humble crumble. No more of it. I love it.
No more humble crumble. Where?
Right.
I'm like, "Yes, exactly right.
Yes.
Exactly. No
So,
more crumble."
why do you think, in your opinion, Cherry, why do you think intention setting changes how we experience manifestation?
Mm, truly, because, like, the intention is the energy behind the ask, and so, I setting that intention and putting your energy into it is so important. We don't manifest things without aligning with the energy of that thing,
Yeah.
and bringing it back to what is my desired feeling here for the thing. And if I can put my intentions around that feeling, then I align with that frequency. And then that item or thing is magnetized to me much faster.
Mhm.
So, like, if I'm focusing on, the intention of, like, expansion and love and creativity, and I know that having all of these things will help me feel expansive, or I can just bring that feeling to me, then it's so surprising how all of the things I desire start showing up in my life. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like this backwards manifesting thing. Um, like, let go of the red Ferrari and know that it's coming to you, and my intention is to feel free and to go fast, like
For sure. And I think a lot of it also is whenever you believe that you're going to get that thing or you're worthy of that thing and you know that it's in your future, you start taking the steps to get to it. You don't say, I want the red Ferrari. You actually start taking the steps. Like, if I were to have a red Ferrari, what would I be doing right now? How would I need to manage my monthly payments? Or how would I need to deal with insurance? Or how often would I need to clean the vehicle? You would start getting into the habits of taking better care of your vehicles because you know that you're about to make a big purchase of something really important to you. You just
Yeah.
start taking those little steps every single time.
Yes, yes, resounding yes. And that, like, leads me to something about visualization, which, like, is right on track with vision board, visualization. The reason we visualize things and spend time in those visual affirmations of what we want, or the, you know, stories in our head, these movies we can create, like, as detailed as you can get, picturing you living that life or driving that red Ferrari. I don't know, we're stuck on that one, but because, like, exactly like you said, intentionally, we start making choices that align with that, but then also subconsciously, because our brains don't know difference between reality and imagination. It just has, like, things, neurons firing and these
Exactly.
neural pathways going. So if we're reinforcing the neural pathway that I am a millionaire, that I drive the red Ferrari, I'm gonna start making subconscious decisions aligned with that. So yeah,
Mhm.
totally. And that's why we have this vision board so we can spend time with it every day.
Exactly. My
Yeah.
2025 vision board was right here in my office above my desk. I loved it. It was so close, and I looked at it every single day.
And you crossed off so many things.
Yes, so many things. This year, I'm going to be a lot more intentional with the items that I put on the board.
Ooh.
That's a big change that I wanted to make because last year I had, a big poster board, so there was a lot of space to fill. And
Mhm.
I did fill a lot of it with lists of goals and wins, and so it was nice. Like I said, I went back through my old vision board and I filled out my wins a few days ago, and it was so great to
Mm.
take stock of everything that happened in 2025. But this year, we're not going that big. We're gonna start at the right size.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And not for any reason other than, like, you just decided that you're gonna be super intentional about, like, a few things.
Right.
The
I wanna
universe doesn't
put
have a budget. It's just your
Yeah,
energy. What do you wanna put it towards?
exactly. A 365-day span has a budget. So I can only fit so many things into a year. I don't wanna put 1,000 things on a vision, which I would take 5 years to be able to do, and that was kinda something that I recognized with my other vision board from last year. I put Disney World and NASA and Universal, and those are all places that I want to go, but realistically, in a year, I can't afford nor do I want to go to all of those theme parks or try to fit it in.
And I would say even on the other side of that, because we don't know the future and you don't know if you just like, what if you got this like brand deal and it's this artist that just wants to travel around with you and you make them clothes and they want to go to all those theme parks? Like, we just don't know. So, listeners, go as big or as small as you want, and you get both sides of it. I love the, like, real intentionality that Silver Luna is putting into this and, like, also the reality and like,
But also, I
I'm
recommend
like,
that if it feels more comfortable to you listeners to go big and to put all of the potential options on your board. I did that last year, and I definitely don't regret it because it inspired me to do all kinds of random other things.
yeah.
So, whatever feels more comfortable and best for you this year is what
Yeah,
you should
because
do.
also next year, like, we'll see how it felt and do, like, a comparison.
Exactly. Just
I
start all
love
over. You can choose
yeah.
if you wanna go bigger next year or go smaller.
Plus, like, best case scenario, you cross off the entire thing, like,
That would be so cool.
early, and then you have to make a new vision board.
Like, oh, no.
Oh, bummer. This is such a fun thing to do. I would hate to do it again, like, I love that
Exactly.
idea.
Right?
Um, yeah. Oh, that's so good. So we kind of like touched on, manifestation really responds to identity. And if listeners, if you have not done the exercise yet of connecting to your higher self, I am going to be dropping a higher self meditation um, within the next week or so. It'll be in the Goddess Collective, and we'll probably link it in the show somewhere. Well, no, it won't be ready by the time the show comes out, but be on the lookout for that. But anyways, you don't have to wait for my higher self meditation practice. There are so many online that are incredible. And you don't even have to do a meditation. It's really just thinking about you as your best self. What does your perfect day look like? What does your life look like? When do you wake up? What do you eat for breakfast? What is your morning? Do you work? Do you work out? Just every single thing gets so freaking detailed on who your best self is, what they look like and smell like and talk like and breathe like. All of that. If you have never done that exercise, I highly, highly recommend doing that, maybe even before this vision board, because like we said, manifestation responds to identity, and we want to be creating this vision board from our best self mentality. And plus, having that vision every day, spending time with it, like we just said, that's what will call that into reality faster than you could even imagine. And yeah, do you have anything
Mhm.
to add on that, Silverlina?
Well, I think the only thing is, I think that before we start our boards, we need to take a moment of silence to envision our best self. And then that'll give our listeners an opportunity to
Mm.
do it along with us.
I love that. Okay. So, are we dropping in right now?
I mean, are we ready to drop in right now? Always ready.
Let's just together take 3 deep breaths. Eyes closed, 3 deep breaths. Picture that your breath is going in and out of your heart space. So we'll breathe in, hold at the top, breathe out. Again, breathe in, Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Now I want you to picture your best self. Where are they? Where are they sitting? What's around them? Are there any sounds going on? Are there any smells? And your best self right now is preparing to do their vision board just like you are right now. But their vision board is just kind of a list of, I already have all of these things, and it's more of a gratitude board for your higher self. Maybe they're surrounded by magazine clippings, or like maybe it's in the future and it's a bunch of Pinterest pictures that you can just swipe in the air and it lands on your page. What is your higher self adding to that board? What do they already have? Once you feel yourself connected to that higher self and you start seeing some things being added to the page, we can come back to the present moment and know that we are connected to that higher self. Yes.
Yes.
Welcome back. Welcome
Thanks.
back.
Good to be
Yes.
back. Mhm.
As your higher self. I love this. Now, higher self, we know that sometimes desire alone just can create pressure. And so we had to drop into this identity. We had to connect with this higher self identity to really manifest. And what would you say, Silver, is the difference between wanting something and being ready for it?
Ooh. The difference between wanting something and being ready for it is the acceptance that you're worthy, and
Mm.
the also the ability to see, to envision you having that thing. I actually was looking at, hold on, I even saved it to talk about. I was
Okay.
looking at one of the items in the vision board book, and this is a private jet. It's the interior of a private jet, and I was flipping through it the other day, and I was like, "Man, that's so awesome." But also that's, like, so out of my range and so unnecessary, and I can't think of any reason why I would need a private jet. And then I also have noticed that over the last few days since I got this vision board book in the mail, it's all I've thought about, and I don't know why. So, this is, to me, a perfect example of wanting something versus being ready for it. Like, I want this so bad. Like, that looks so
Mm.
amazing, and I've seen pictures of other people in private jets, and I've seen movies of people in private jets and thoughts of why people would need to be in a private jet, especially if you're in the public eye and you need to be, privately transported. But then I can't think of any scenario in my life in which I want to be so secluded or so excluded from other people that I have to take a private jet to be by myself. It would be simply for the fact that I want to take a private jet once.
I'm like, okay, private jet is very aligned for me. So it'll just be because Cherry's coming to pick you up and
Okay.
we're gonna go.
I love it.
Listen, you don't have to have it. It's mine. I have the membership. I don't own my own, but I have the membership for one. And yeah.
I love it.
I will say, like, there was a time, it was before I turned 30, and I was like, "Oh, we're yachting in our 30s. Oh, we are yachting. We are getting on yachts." Let me tell you that I was on yachts in my 30s. Yes, like, when I lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, I had a friend who had a yacht, and we would go yachting on this big yacht and,
Wow.
like, boat party, and I'm like, "Okay, well, alright, I guess private jet next. Let's go."
Oh,
So I'm
that's
still
so
calling it my
awesome.
PJ moment, but yeah.
Okay,
Like,
well, I'm gonna put the private jet on the vision board because
if
I
you
I
can't
want
stop
to.
thinking about it, put it on your vision board. You are limiting yourself, my friend.
For sure. I definitely have to. Now, like, I've been thinking about it nonstop, and I'm like, "Okay, there's gotta be a reason why I really want it." I don't
Yeah.
know what that reason is yet, but it'll come to me.
Yeah. Because when I think private jet, I also am thinking of, like, what is
Going.
the occasion that I'm flying somewhere exclusive? Yeah, girl. Flying somewhere exclusive, I'm probably with friends, like, it's a VIP moment. I love that.
Exactly. Exactly. There's gotta, like, it's a whole experience. Whatever reason you're in that private jet, it's for a reason, and it's an experience in and of itself. It's probably its own win.
Yeah. Oh, hugely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like I can just afford it. Let me just call up my chauffeur.
Yeah, I mean, not right
No.
now, but
Yeah.
legitimately, we have no idea what this year has in store for us other than we know it's gonna be huge and better than we could have ever imagined.
So true.
I love that part. Um, there's these mini like, there's a little mini exercise I wanted to take our listeners through as they are in their higher self, and I asked y'all to have a journal at the beginning of this. Who are you done being? Who are you choosing to become? Who are
Oh.
you choosing to become? We're already dropped into higher self. So who is she or he or they? And how do they move? Like before you start putting stuff on the board, you're connected to higher self. How do they move? What do they no longer tolerate? That's a good one. Set some boundaries right now. Like go ahead and set your VIP boundaries up because we also want to be putting things on the vision board that are like exclusive. Like as part of those boundaries. Like we're getting elevated with this.
Mhm. I love this.
Yeah.
It's a great question. Who are you done being, and who are you choosing to become?
Hmm. What do you move like? What do you no longer tolerate? That's such a good question to
Mhm.
yeah,
I no longer
every next
tolerate the
level.
disrespect.
Nope. Nope. Phew,
Nope.
yeah, I'm like, I have a whole something to bitch about with you after the podcast because what I don't tolerate is sharing things with people who disrespect me. Anyways, that's like it was just a wild experience I had the other day where I shared something with someone. It was a podcast, and instead of looking up the podcast or the person whose podcast it was, they looked up the guest on the podcast who really didn't have anything to do with what I had like shared with them about. They spent 3 hours researching, and now this is okay. Let me back up. This is a female podcast, and it's a female podcast, and she had a dude guest on there. I sent this podcast to someone about what we were talking about, told them the minute to start the podcast at because it was just giving context on something we were going back and forth on. Instead of doing that, this person looked up the dude for 3 hours, looked him up for 3 hours, researched him for 3 hours, then messaged me and said, "Hey, Cherry, I just spent 3 hours researching the guest on that podcast, and I determined he's not a source of truth for me, so I won't be listening to that podcast." I was like, "Bro, I don't give a shit about that guy. I don't know why you did that. It had nothing to do with anything.
Oh,
If it's gonna
no.
take you 3 hours to determine that someone's not a source of truth for you, we need to do a little bit faster critical thinking than that, my friend. And also, I hope that you gave the girl whose podcast it actually was the same 3 hours of respect that you gave that guy." And he was like, "Wait, I didn't it was a girl? Wait, no, I was like, "Oh, you didn't even click on the podcast. You didn't even look up whose it was." Yeah, yeah. I was so frustrated. I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
wait, I can't it's not safe for me to send you anything now that I know that I might send you something that means a lot to me or is just something I want you to know about, and you're gonna, like, go I don't like, whatever." So anyways, I was like that was a big, um, I guess, measurement of, okay. Oh, all right, listeners, y'all are just getting some tea on this because then they had the audacity to say, well, if someone hands me a cup of something to drink, I'm going to research to make sure it's not poison. And I was like, well, friend, I'm sad that you think that I would try to poison you.
Wow,
And if you
seriously.
think yeah. I was like, "Wow, okay, I guess we're superficial friends," which I don't have time for, so
If they're gonna check
unfortunately
that it's poison, they should check the actual,
podcast.
the liquid that they're trying to drink because they're drinking the wrong thing right now, they're trying to drink the cup.
You're eating the cup, that don't
Yeah,
do that, like
yeah, come
it was
on.
a wild experience,
Oh my
but
gosh.
yeah, anyways, I guess what we take out of that is if you d like, they could've just said, "Hey, I'm not interested, I'm not gonna do it," but don't gaslight me on saying like, "Well, I did all this other research for you, and I determined that it's not true." I'm like, "I didn't ask you to do that, my friend."
Yep, and something that
Okay.
I wanna cut out of 2026 is ambiguity.
Uh-huh.
There's kind. There is no reason in 2026 to be doing things without knowing if we should be doing that thing.
Yeah.
Because you can ask so many people, and people are so open to questions. Most people are receptive to questions. If you're not telling them they're doing something wrong, that would be, accusatory. If you're just asking them a simple question and being curious and really trying to understand the root of a situation or whatever is going on, then people are willing to answer those questions. There's no reason for it to be ambiguous. There's no reason for it to be confusing. That's usually a huge red flag, and I don't have time for that in my life this year.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree, and a quick measure for me is if someone does get frustrated with me asking for clarification, I'm like, "Okay, well, then I
Exactly.
I don't need clarification because 'cause I'm not gonna be in this situation anymore." That's like
Mhm.
a quick measurement. I'm all about those quick measurements of, like, where's access like, where do I give access to this person for me?
Yes.
And then, okay, denied, reduced, whatever that looks like. That's okay.
Yep.
Anyways, back to vision boarding. Thank you guys for tuning in to our side quest about, boundaries and respect, um, and asking questions.
Hey, those are big things. Those are big, important, topics for 2026. Boundaries,
Serious.
respect. Those are always important topics, but it's just something that everyone should still be mindful of and, be mindful of other people's time. Respect their time because that alone is disrespectful of your time by going down this rabbit hole of something that you weren't even talking about, and now they're acting or they're treating you as though you sent them on this rabbit hole to something that they were never even aligned with, and that's not really the case. So that's just disrespectful of your recommendation of your voice, and
Yeah.
also disrespectful of your time for trying to show them and teach them something, and then they just ignore it because it's not what they thought it was.
Yes, and incredibly invalidating for something I found, like, very interesting and I thought seriously applied to something that we were talking about that was, like, a
Mhm.
pretty intense conversation. So,
Well, I'm
yeah,
sorry that
I guess
happened.
self-awareness. Thank you. Me
Yeah.
too. It's a bummer to, like, find that out about a friend and, like, try to connect about it, and then it's just not happening, but also what do we ask for? The universe to show us or to remove the people, places, things, and situations that no longer align with our highest timeline.
Yep.
And now I have more space in my life. And I'm
Yes, and
grateful for
that's
that.
that's
Yeah.
something to celebrate.
Yes. And I see where we got to that. It was from my next level self no longer tolerates, and that's where I got on that story. I
Yeah.
was like, how the hell did I get there? Amazing. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, guys, you have been with us for 45 minutes now. Thank you. Now it's time to start categorizing what we are wanting to put on our vision board. So think of this as categories instead of rigid goals, or you can do rigid goals. Like it's up to you. Um, you can think of life areas as energetic expressions on this. But if you want to go, with your intuition on it, maybe let your intuition choose three categories out of, identity and self expression, love, relationships, and boundaries, purpose, career, impact, abundance and overflow, body, health and nervous system, lifestyle, travel, pleasure. Like, which of those are really coming through that you're wanting to call in this year? And kind of like Silver Luna said, like, I only have 365 days. So, am I trying to focus on all of these things or do I want to really put my energy towards maybe like 3 specific categories. What do you think, Silver Luna?
I like that. I leaned into categories, I think, this year. In terms of the things that I plan to put on my vision board, I leaned into the big things that I intend to go for, which are my health, my wellness, my money, and my time off of work. And then also separately opening my own business, but I don't know, I didn't cut out a lot of vision board images of like graphs or Excel sheets or anything like that, even though there are a lot of those in these vision board books. For me, I don't wanna go super, you know, into the weeds or into the accounting, and I just wanna do the thing this year. I wanna actually put my feet to the ground and, like, really take off running with, like, quests that I've already started up until now.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Yes.
like, put them into action. So those are the categories that I primarily focused on. Like I said, I minimized my board this year. So by doing that, I am focusing on those big categories, not like family, not career, you know. But that's I agree with that personal method.
Yeah. I love that, and I think, like, that's a great place to be because that's for, like, the store that you wanna open up. That's, like, a big thing, and you're at the very beginning of it, but maybe next year you'll know, "Okay, like, this is where we need to we're gonna throw a graph on there because
Yes.
we need to be really manifesting or, like, vision boarding around some projections or around
Mhm.
the accounting part of it." But for right now, it is a big thing, and you don't know, like, you're gonna surprise yourself with what's gonna come easy and what you're gonna need that extra energy towards in the future.
Mhm, exactly. So I wanna focus on what's behind that idea, that business. Like, that's what I wanna put on my vision board. Next year, like you said, next year will be the graphs. Next year will be in the weeds. That'll be
Maybe.
like the businesswoman, or maybe not. Maybe I'll have somebody that I can pay to do that at that point, but
That's what I'm like, I
Yeah,
just need a bunch of abundance so I can pay people to do things. That's
agreed.
my projector, like, you know, I'm a projector. I'm a guide. I pay people to do things, so,
That is
uh, yeah, or we do, like, service trade, you know? What do you think which life category do you think that people, like, avoid looking at the most and why?
Mm. I think it's really dependent upon the person. I can tell you for sure something that I'm avoiding is children. I do have plans for children, and not like children, like me having children, or at least not anytime soon. I wanna adopt, but
Oh,
that would definitely not be this year. Um, Even though every year we are getting closer and we talk about it every year. So, it's something I foresee in the near future, probably next year, hopefully, as long as, like, like, life cards work out right. I wanna adopt, like, a teenager or,
yeah.
like, I wanna and there's no reason to really wait on that if we're in a good spot in, like, our own lives. Like, there's no reason to wait whenever some teenager is living, in the foster home or somewhere that they could be thriving. Like, we could be that family for them, but not this year.
Oh, wow, I love that.
Yeah,
That's so
thanks.
special. We both have that kind of desire.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, you have two bonus kids as well.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know, I'm so lucky. I'm like, "Cool, I'm done." But also I think about, adopting potentially one day. I don't wanna say too much about that, but yeah, we
Yeah.
definitely G and I have talked about stuff like that.
Ooh, that would be so fun, and then we can get our babies together.
I know. I
But
do
anyways,
have a yeah, no, I'll just leave it at
yeah.
that.
I don't wanna manifest children into our 2026.
Yeah. I'm open to whatever life has in store for me. I'm curious and also please not right now. Thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ooh, look at this one. This one's right up my alley. Aerial silks,
Ooh,
which
yes.
that one I'm kinda scared for 2026. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do aerials anytime soon because of my surgery.
Mm,
I also don't know anybody that does any heavy upper body exercises with, implants. And I've
I
been,
do.
like, looking through the, like, like the plastic surgery support groups and trying to find someone. And there are bodybuilders and
Nice.
there are weightlifters, but almost all of them say that they don't ever focus on chest muscles because of it. And I'm like, "Oh, well, that sucks because that's
Oh,
specifically where I focus on." Like, to,
interesting.
pull yourself up on the silks, you need chest muscles and upper body strength, and so I don't know. I don't know how that looks yet, but I am going to include silks because they are my baby, my
Yes.
vision
And
board.
it might be a slower, like, just a slow process of building up that, like, maybe you won't actually be able to get all the way up there until next year, but you've, like, been really intentional about how you're building your muscle.
Yeah, that's actually something I've been thinking about is maybe doing, like, hammock and only working, like, lower body or maybe perfecting even, like, certain lower body things, like perfecting my climb or perfecting, like, um I really don't know any of it.
Yeah.
Anything that I can do that won't damage the upper body muscles.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be looking that up for you as well.
Thanks.
But,
Yeah, what about you? What do you think that people are going to be avoiding the most on vision boards? I'm so curious.
huh, I think it comes down to, like, what do people think they deserve, you know? Like, I think
Yeah.
someone might limit themselves because they think, "Oh, I couldn't have that," or, like, that's, putting stacks of cash on my vision board, that's, like, not spiritual, or that, you know, how would I ever get that? And so I think maybe something like that, and I hope that listeners, I just want to remind you the universe doesn't have a budget and you don't know what the future holds. So why not put it on there? Don't hold back on any of this. The only place I want you to hold back is if it's not a full body fuck yes on what you're
Yep.
putting on there.
Yep. If you can't envision it next year, then don't put it there. If you can
Yeah.
envision yourself there, I can envision myself in that seat of that private jet. It's going on the vision board.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
can't envision it, then leave it off. We'll do that maybe next year if you're still interested. Or
Yeah.
don't leave it off. Include it if that's what feels good.
Yes. And work towards that. Because
Yeah.
also, like, for visualization exercises, sometimes it takes a little bit to get into that space, and that's why it's a practice, and that's
Yep.
why I do it damn near every day, spending time with my higher self, connecting to her and what's she doing that day, and yeah, all of that. And the
Mhm.
more I do it, the clearer that picture gets in my mind as I'm meditating with it. And the clearer that picture gets, the closer to reality it is. So if we think about the quantum field and quantum leaping, that's the exact same thing. That is manifesting. We have this quantum field where there's limitless potential. Anything could happen. And the way that we call what we want in is by aligning with the frequency of that thing. So again, that's why the visualization is so important. That's why this vision board exercise isn't just like a fun little thing to do at a sleepover for, every new year. It is an actual tool to call in the life that you desire, but you have to use it like a tool and actually spend time with it.
Mhm. And another idea is if it's something that you can't envision yourself in, use your vision board to put yourself into that particular situation. You
Yeah.
know you want it.
Yes.
Like the red Ferrari, you know you want it, you just can't identify why. Put it into your vision board and then maybe later on you can envision yourself in that picture.
Yes. Yeah. And I think that, that's such a great call out because I can picture myself in like a red Ferrari right now going fast down the side of the road. Like, I think that's another thing. You might be surprised. We might be surprised at what we could actually like envision for ourselves and like what feels really good and expansive. Like, oh, I didn't even know. And what if maybe something else, like, I don't really think of myself like as a chef, but maybe if I envision myself like cooking these like delicious vegan or vegetarian meals, then I might surprise myself and like, wait, that actually feels pretty good. So maybe you
Mm.
can also try a few things on in this vision board exercise, and you might get surprised at what feels really awesome as you're in this like higher self space.
Yeah.
And never thought of myself as a chef, but maybe I want to be intentional about that this year.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that idea of trying these on, especially if you got a vision board book like we were talking about. There are so many variations of all of the random things you can do. And just I mean, that's not a bad idea. Just looking at one that is kind of calling to you, but you're not sure why,
Yeah.
and then just kinda taking a moment, envisioning, "Can you envision yourself there? No? Does it still call to you? Okay, I'll put it there."
Yeah. Yeah, and ask yourself in those. I love that you just did that.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, and then how does it feel in your body? Yeah, and then yes or no. And for example, like one of them, I think I have like a picture of an elephant, and I'm like going into this exercise. I didn't know that this year I definitely want to see an elephant, but now I want to see an elephant this year. And there was a hot air balloon, and I'm like, I want to ride in a hot air balloon this year. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, so that's another fun thing. We don't have to have it all figured out and just kind of you can let it morph with you.
Mhm.
Mhm,
Yep,
yeah,
exactly. I did ride in
and
an or I got to ride in a hot air balloon once.
ooh, how
I
was
just
it?
I mean, it was cool. I just went up, and then it was for an event that we were at, and I
And
can't
then
really talk
you're
about
done.
anything else, and then we came back down.
Cool. Was
Yeah,
it
it was really
scary?
um I mean, not really because we were not that high in the air. We were tied down by there were
Oh,
3 trucks, like 3 trucks that were holding the thing, and so whenever they would light it, it would go up, and so it would go up, and we kinda see around, and then went right back down, so not terrible, but
okay,
I
so
would
it's not
imagine
like
that
you were flying around.
yeah, no, I don't know if I'm up for all that, like, that's a scary idea.
It is. I would if I had the opportunity, I have to do it. It's, like, an annoying thing about me, but we're here
Yeah,
to experience, so
I probably would too if I got offered.
it's
You
like
got
when
it.
I went skydiving, I was like I woke up that morning, I think I woke up hungover. I was like, "I'm not doing it. I'm not going." And Gabriel, my husband, was like, okay, well, I guess I'll, pick you up and we'll, head over to the bar after I get back." And I was like thinking about him like, oh my God, we're gonna go hang out with friends and he's gonna be like, I went skydiving today. And I'm just gonna be like, I was hungover in bed. So I made myself get up and freaking went skydiving. It was so worth it. Oh my God.
Good, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It was incredible. And it was like kind of the thing that like kicked off my karaoke journey. So because okay, so we went skydiving and it felt incredible, it's like the best feeling in the world and all the adrenaline and everything. And then later that night, we went to karaoke and I was like, yeah, I can do anything. And I got on stage and it was the same feeling of like close to that same feeling as when I went skydiving. And I'm like, oh, I could get this feeling by singing on stage karaoke and just like going for it. And so then we just got addicted to karaoke for adrenaline.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
how you fell in love with karaoke. Interesting.
Uh-huh.
I love it. That's awesome. You're a good singer too.
Yeah. It's good, and I had that feeling the other night. I sang a new song, and I sat down, and my knees were so shaky, and I was like, "Ooh, I haven't felt this in a while."
Ooh, that's exciting. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool that you're able to find that kind of, effect. You're able to replicate that effect and know exactly what does it.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, I'm super grateful for that. Um,
You
and I
sound
highly
so good.
recommend if anyone has the opportunity to go skydiving, absolutely do it.
For sure. I agree. I want to so bad.
Yeah, yeah, we should do it sometime.
Yes.
Um, okay, so now we've decided on our categories. Hopefully you guys have been, cutting things out. Now it's the vision board creation, the how. Again, feeling over aesthetics. We want you to feel something. No shoulds in this. That's
Mm-mm.
just could with shit or shame on it. I love that. Christy Mo, we heard that from you, sis. Shout her
Yeah.
out on every podcast I'm on. Um,
That's hilarious.
yeah. No timelines for this. I mean, even though, we are thinking of what's in the next 365, you don't have to keep it to that. You can keep it for your life. Because you also don't know, you might be quantum leaping right now. You might be timeline jumping. This is all about identity, and not pressure.
Mhm. Yep. You want to find things that are calling to you and things that are going to really shape your next year. You want something that whenever you look at it, you think, how can I get to that? What step did I take last to put me on the trajectory of accomplishing that?
Yeah. Maybe putting something around like your word of the year on there. Do you have a I think we talked about this, but do you have a word of the year?
Mm, word of the year for 2026. Uh, Probably commitment.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think commitment is my word. Because this year I want to really, like I said, double down on the things that I've been doing and actually put like pedal to the metal, do like action. And so to do that, I need to commit. And I've started a lot of things. Now it's the next step to push it forward and to commit to that item.
Yeah. I love that.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's so good. What could be like a picture that would like be like a symbol of commitment for you?
Mm.
What comes to mind? I'm like wedding rings.
Well, I was kind of thinking back to the private jet. I mean, like that would be a sign of commitment. I committed to something really big, an accomplishment really big this year. Because I think the reason why my mind kept going back to it is because it is like, it's twofold. It's not just riding in the jet, it's whatever I did to get to that point. There's something that takes you there. And that is a huge accomplishment to be at that level or to be able to even ride in a private jet. So I think that that is probably a good picture for it, although I also don't want to hold myself to, like, if I don't get on a jet this year, then I didn't commit.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
no. Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to so if I were to actually put, like, another picture, mm, probably a picture of a warehouse, because that
Yes,
would be
the proof
commitment
point.
to my idea for opening a store.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I love that idea. So it's like, you know, you're taking on something big and then what's the proof point that you did it?
Yeah.
Or w like, for you, like, the celebration is having the warehouse for the thing, but maybe, like, for someone else that's, like, finishing school or whatever it may be, what is your celebration when you do the thing? Put your celebration on there so that you know, like, when that comes true, you've already taken that journey, crossed that finish line, whatever that looks like.
Mhm.
A visualization of what your celebration is. I love that.
Yes. Yeah.
So
What would yours be?
so mine are 2 words, devotion and expansion. And devotion, really, I want to, like, tap more into like my intuition and like my spirituality and my psychicness and like what does that look like for me. And so I know that in order to expand anywhere in my life, I need to be devoted to myself and to like my practices and to like my energy, like hygiene. And like I have my morning rituals now, um knowing that I have those, and when I do them, like, I'm ready for anything after that. I can take on anything, ready to rock, and so, like, having that devotion to my best self every day is what will call in the expansion. So, those are my 2. So if I had to think of, like, a symbol or something like that, I think okay, what comes to mind is the vision of it's a picture of me on a stage in this pantsuit. It's red. It was white, now it's red and growing up, and, um, and I'm just, like, talking to a bunch of people about authenticity and purpose and, like, standing on business as your best self, and so like, that's this vision that I've had for, like, a couple of years now, and I wanna put that on the board because I want this year to be the year that that comes to fruition, and the way that that will come to fruition is by, like, devotion to my best self and allowing myself to expand, and also, like,
Yes.
the way that I've let myself allowing myself to expand and receiving, I now can see where life has created so much space for me, and it's been really painful. But now that I know that I can handle like that kind of contraction, I can handle the expansion because I have so much more space for it.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Man, that was a good download.
That was a
Thank
good download.
you, source.
I love it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. I'm imagining a picture of you in a pantsuit on stage. That should be your centerpiece of your vision board.
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I'll find. Maybe I can like find a picture of someone kind of doing it, but you don't see her face. I'll just put mine on there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. You can use a Photoshop group and ask them to put your face on.
yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah. That's a fun one. Listeners, I'd be so interested to know what yours are, what your words are, what like symbols like are holding power for you right now. Um, what numbers also, like I'm really loving angel numbers and um yeah, they're just like little winks or nods from the universe.
Oh, yes. I've been loving angel numbers too. I keep running across 333.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's
that's
got to be a good one.
yeah. I want to look that up. But that's good to know because I'm gonna make you a little bracelet that has those.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Yeah. So now that let's say we've have things on our vision board, it's not just about the creation of the vision board. It's also the embodiment of it and the declaration that this is what we're calling in, aligning our nervous systems with the reality that has all of those things. Um, body-based integration works, voice activation works, like stating what you're calling in, talking about it. Bring that vision into the body and voice. So once it's done, you can stand or sit tall, back straight, and then hand on your heart, and then speak 1 to 3 declarations out loud, looking at your vision board. I trust myself to lead my life. I allow ease, pleasure, and overflow. I move as the person who knows they belong. And yeah, I trust myself to lead my life. I allow ease, pleasure, and overflow. I move as the person who knows they belong. And you can do that every day and look at your vision board and then journal on like what is coming up for you for that. Like, does it feel like, yes, expansive? Do you feel that you're embodying that? And if not, what is blocking? What's coming up for you? What limiting belief might you have around anything that's coming up that's not like full body fuck yes, these are all of mine right now.
Hmm. Yeah. Yep. It's time to take stock. Do that audit.
Yes. Yes. What why do you think speaking something out loud changes how it lands?
I think it feels more real whenever you speak it out loud. But when I read it, I'm reading it and understanding it, but it doesn't quite feel as real. Kind of like whenever I'm learning Spanish. If I read it in my head, I see what it says and I can comprehend what it says. But if I don't hear it and I don't talk it out, then I'm not really knowing what I'm saying and I'm not able to like converse in Spanish. If I
Yeah.
don't talk out my thoughts and what I'm actually trying to envision, then I'm not really it's not a full-bodied picture. It's only me like it's like 2D looking at it in my head.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. And like internalizing something rather than like speaking it out into the world like with intention.
Mhm. Exactly.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense to me. So, in addition to, the embodiment, we want to integrate it. And listeners, for this, it really is about consistency over intensity. So, even, 30 seconds with your vision board every day, looking at it, embodying it, journaling about it, what's coming up for you each day, what's one aligned action that you could take to get you closer to that vision board. Maybe you pick one goal a week to kind of think about what do you want to embody that week that is aligned with the vision that you have for your life or what's on that vision board. You can make it a daily ritual. And I would really encourage you to find either a meditation that brings you into that higher self place and then thinking about yourself with all of the things that you're calling in. Or you can use the one that I will have on, I'll have it posted in the Goddess Collective. And then we might make it available on Spotify if I do it on here. I'm
Mhm.
not sure. I'll let you guys know about that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yes, yes. So really look, breathe, and embody those.
Yes. And we can also link the, guided meditation in the show notes once it's out.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, our technical queen, our technical goddess over here. I'm like, I don't know how they happen. I just talk on the microphone and then they're up every other week. And it's like because Silver Luna is a goddess and she does everything. Like, you're so good.
Thanks.
Yes. Yes. And listeners, in closing reflection, if you've been journaling along with us, I would love for you to reflect on who are you becoming by simply choosing to trust yourself. You are already the person that has these things.
Yeah,
How can you choose to trust yourself even more, even deeper? And I would say, if you are someone who's like, I don't know what it means to totally trust myself, I'm going to do a little self plug. I have a Goddess on Purpose beta starting mid February that is all about standing on business as your best self, trusting yourself, showing up as your best self, leading as your best self, and being seen as your best self. So, it's all about really leaning into that trust. If that's something that you're interested in, definitely reach out. I would love to send you more information on it. Starts February 16th. It's a group coaching, and then we'll have options for one-on-one time together. So I had to do a little plug for that for the goddesses that need that extra support.
definitely. Highly
Yeah.
recommend Goddesses.
Thanks, Boom.
Mhm. I'm excited to see where that goes, and I'm so excited that you're doing your first group class, so let's go.
Yes, I know, I'm so stoked. I've been doing some, like, group coaching for my life coach. We're collaborating together, for the Abundant Purpose Activator, which if anyone is interested in the coaching program that I went through, of course, would love to chat with you about that as well. But this one to, like, lead on my own, I'm so excited. I'm so ready to go. This thing has been in the making for, like, over, like, a year and a half, really, and so now it's like time to go. Year of the fire horse, like, let's rock. So,
Yes, let's go. I'm excited for you.
yeah, thanks, boo. Me too.
Mhm.
Well, what would you like to leave our listeners with today, Silver Luna, as our 2026 vision board party comes to a close?
Hmm. Don't sell yourself short. Go big or go home on your vision board. This
Yes.
is your chance to really envision what we have in the next 360 days. And this is our chance to shine, our chance to really like build ourselves up and remind ourselves that we are the badasses that we think we are. We are the goddesses in progress that are on their road to being their best selves. And the best thing you can do is commit to yourself.
Yes, yes. I wanna see vision boards that are, like, chock full of "Who the fuck does she think she is?" energy.
Hmm.
That I want your vision boards to be full of that. We
Yeah.
don't need to know how these things are gonna come to fruition. We just need to know that we want them and there's a reason why we want them. That's
Yep.
it.
Yep.
So, yes, I love that you said that, Silver Luna. Don't sell yourself short. The universe doesn't have a budget. We don't know what the future holds. So, why go small? We're going big. It's 2026. The energy is here for big and better than ever. Absolutely delusional. Who the fuck does she think she is? All over that vision board, all over this year. Let's go.
Let's go. Yes.
Yes. Main character mentality. I'm about it.
Yep. Same. Yeah. All right. I am so excited to get to work on these vision boards and goddesses. I do want to see your boards. So, any listeners, please feel free to share your boards in the Goddess Collective. Feel free to make your own posts and tell us all about each and every one of the items on your boards.
Yeah. Definitely share them with us and tag us if you have them like on Instagram or whatever, but definitely share them in the Goddess Collective. And if you are a listener who is not part of the Goddess Collective on Facebook, we have workshops in there. We go live. We have daily prompts for, you to show us your beautiful faces and we'll gas you up. So definitely reach out or look up the Goddess Collective on Facebook, and we'd love to have you in there. If you are someone with a goddess in progress journey, and you would love to share your story, we would love to have you on the pod. So please reach out, either through the Goddess Collective, through one of our social media platforms. We'll send you the form for that. But we are all about lifting up our sacred rebels, our divine rebels, our goddess in progress, and everyone in between who has something to share. So,
And we want to hear from you. We want to hear your goddess in progress story or your sacred rebel story. We want to know where you're at in your journey and what makes it special.
yeah. Hell yeah.
I love it.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, I am so excited for 2026. Let's go, Cherry.
Let's go. Goddess vibes only.
Goddess vibes only.
You can find us on Instagram at Going Goddess Podcast and join our community of radiant rebels in the Goddess Collective on Facebook, a sacred space where we take these conversations even deeper.
And remember, you're not alone on this journey. You're leading it.
Goddess vibes only. And as always, stay radiant,
Stay empowered,
and keep going goddess.